Welcome, dear viewers, to a new episode of Around Kuwait. I'm really happy to welcome everyone, especially when it comes into today's episode. Let me welcome with you my co-host, Abdul Latif. I'm really happy to have you here.
I'm really happy to be your co-host also, Hiba. And and as my colleague said, here in our show, we try to give you as possible as you can at the latest trends, the latest topics that we are having here around our beloved country, Kuwait. And of course, as every day, we have three topics going to delve into through this remarkable episode. Now we are going into the first topic for today, which is my co-host Hiba.
So it's more about empowering the community itself for the first aid. That's going to be a workshop that's presented in Mishraf International Fairground.
The International Fairground, one of the most important things for all of the families to try to learn all about it, which is the first aid. If you have any types of medical situation, emergency, sometimes you cannot wait for the ambulance. So these are the topics. It's really important. And as of the second topic for today, we also have the Turkish festival, a cultural tapestry of delight and traditions.
Yes.
So it's really interesting that we're going to talk about the Turkish cultural dishes and the food that we're all going to try it and try to know all about it. And as of the third topic.
So as for the last third topic for today, we're going to talk more about the 8th annual, international conference itself. That's going to talk more about energy, development and research.
These are the topics that we are going to delve into for today. Now we're going to the first topic, but after this report, so stay tuned, our dear viewers.
Hello everyone tuning in, my name is Nasser Burshid and I'm at the Kuwait Fairgrounds. Today we are invited by the Public Youth Authority to attend the First Aid Program event. So today we're going to learn more about first aid and CPR in association with the Red Crescent. So without further ado, let's go attend the lecture and we'll be right back.
In the heart of Mishraf International Fairground, a gathering of eager individuals took place for a workshop that could make a difference in anyone's life. Learn the first aid. As the crowd settled into their seats, ready to absorb essential knowledge that could be the line between life and death. The presenter, a seasoned expert in first aid, took the stage, launching into a comprehensive lecture about the importance of basic first aid skills.
Today's lecture is about basic life support and first aid, which is always it's an important topic actually, and it concerns a lot of people actually. Even I'm into first aid and helping people because it's always about saving a life or helping someone. So that's why everyone should know at least. And I always should thank everyone actually, because these kind of lectures, it helps people to get motivated actually, to get their own life or pursue first aid and basic life support, which is amazing.
The program covered a variety of topics, emphasizing that even the simplest actions could become life-saving interventions. The audience learned how knowing seemingly minor details could mean the world in critical situations. Small things can save lives, the presenter stressed, addressing the crowd's collective responsibility, from aiding a choking person to assisting individuals with special needs or those with heart problems. The workshop covered a spectrum of scenarios. Practical demonstrations brought the information to life, empowering attendees with the skills and confidence to act swiftly in emergencies. A significant portion of the workshop was dedicated to CPR, a crucial technique in traumatic incidents. Participants practiced the steps, understanding the gravity of their potential impact.
So regarding choking, it depends, because life happens. Life are complicated, complex situations. You can have a billion situations, but mostly you would have the same procedure to treat them. For example, if someone choking, it depends. Is he responsive or not? If he's non-responsive, I'll have to go through CPR. When I say responsive, is he breathing? Is he conscious? This is what is important. But if he's okay, if he's standing and coughing, that's it, we should start by Hamlet maneuver, which is basically almost, I would say, supporting yourself and the guy choking or the person choking and just pushing beneath above the belly button and with upward thrusts to help dislodge an embodiment that's stuck in his throat.
So basically pushing in
Pushing
and then
in?
upwards.
Yes, exactly. It's like an upward movement, 45 degrees almost, and you push inside with both hands actually to push, dislodge something stuck. That's it.
Okay.
Mostly it's
For
food
foreign
actually. Yeah,
objects,
for
yeah.
foreign objects.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes the same for babies or infants actually, but I would go with size of the baby. If he's a manageable size I can carry with my hand, I would always carry him and support his head like this. Same thing, I would go for 45-degree angles and just give him thrust on the back to dislodge for an object inside.
Yes.
That's it. This is also goes for a child also. I'll do the same thing, but it depends on the size of the child itself.
The session also delved into dealing with various health emergencies, providing a holistic approach to first aid. As the workshop drew to a close, the room was filled with newfound knowledge. The presenter opened the floor to questions, allowing an interactive exchange of ideas. The Q&A session further enriched the understanding of the audience, solidifying their grasp on the invaluable information they had just acquired. At the end of the workshop, the presenter left the audience with a reminder, knowing the emergency number 112 is as vital as the first aid skills themselves.
All right, everyone tuning in, we've reached to the end of this coverage, and I've learned a lot throughout the lecture about first aid and CPR to be specific. I advise everyone to actually pick up that small thing which is called CPR, where you can actually save someone's life. So without further ado, back to you guys at the studio.
Thank you, Nasser Borshed, for this remarkable report. And as we go on the first topic, it was really remarkable. So here in around Kuwait, on the first topic, we usually make the most important of it. So as we go on the International Fairground, they have this, this lecture about the first aid. It's really remarkable, it's really important. Not a lot of people knows all about it, but yet it's really important because at every family there is some children, there is some adults who are maybe suffering with different types of disease. So sometimes you need to do a quick CPR. Sometimes you need, if there's a suffocation incidents, you need to know how to deal with it.
Yes.
A lot of people says, oh, it's really important. I had this accident, so I rushed with my brother, with my daughter, with my son to the hospital. You need to know about it so you can know what to do on the time itself. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, and especially that this kind of workshop was held in a place where a fairground that's very reachable for everyone. And at the same time, they wanted to, let's say, grab the attention of people that are really interested when it comes into the place itself and about the case itself. Because when we're talking about, you raise a very important situation, which is suffocation.
Suffocation.
Yes, when people,
have it,
yes, but there are two types of ways when you suffocate. You know,
you have certificate on
yes,
the first aid.
Yes, so it's when you get shocked by a certain food. So therefore you have a way in order for you to take that kind of piece of food out. But there's another way, which is the unfortunate one, is when you drink water or when you're talking and suddenly, you know, you get suffocated with
water inside the lungs.
Yes, it's either
really
by drinking your
situation.
own water or by the saliva itself. Like it just goes to the air. Air case itself, and I mean this is very terrifying, and it won't stop until you cough, until let's say you cough until you reach the point where you are finally
get out of the
back
water
again.
from the lungs.
Yes. So having that said, it's very, very challenging. It's very difficult. I mean, you are dealing with different people. I mean, even pregnant women could actually get shocked with a food.
Yes.
So imagine you're going to help her to take
She's
it.
pregnant.
Imagine that there's a way for it. So
Yes.
So for
really
that,
important.
these certain cases, these kind of workshops are very important for you to get educated and to help you, let's say, help you assist people who needs help in these different kind of cases.
Yes, and for me personally, I think what's most dangerous is when there's a suffocation is it's with a child, with a baby. Let's mention that, with a baby. I mean, they have really light bones, so I don't know what to do.
Yes.
So I saw one of the videos on social media about this lecture itself. I found it. I follow the International Fairground on social media, so it was on the story that they are actually posted. how to help a child if there is a suffocation accident. So having that, I really said to myself, well, I don't know about it for me personally. And now I have a 45 days old baby. So I really need to know how to deal with him when there's an incident just like this, may God forbid. So to all the viewers, if you don't know what to do, if you don't have the first aid certificate, try to find it. And it's not a certificate that you can follow online, watch some videos. No, you can. I mean, you have to go to a real lecture and let the lecturer himself try to teach you how to do it on the event itself, on the dolls. I mean, I think that they have dolls and they try to
Yes.
teach you with it, right?
Yes.
So that's really important. And thanks to the International Fairground, and I mention it with every episode, to the International Fairground, follow them on social media. They don't only have some events like the Fashion Expo, some conferences on the International Fairground, all of it necessary. But they also have these really remarkable events that's really
Workshops,
essential and
yes.
important.
Yes.
So here they are with this event, trying to help these people. Go attend to it. I know it's ended, but on the future, try to keep up with it. Try to have the certificate if you didn't follow up to it, because it's really important.
Yes, and it's not only about the certificate itself, but about the knowledge, you know. Sometimes you just attend a workshop just for a day, you see what's going on, you learn certain, let's say, movement, and then you go for, let's say, home. Suddenly a situation happens, you immediately going to recall these kind of incidents and these kind of, let's say, precautions that you could actually do, or procedures that you actually do in order for you to assist and help someone. You know, one of the things that's very challenging also when it comes into first aid is dealing with people with diabetes, diabetic person or patient, because it's very challenging, very frustrating to deal with their situation. They could immediately, let's say, one of the most important thing is to not let them go into a coma, which means do not let them faint and then they reach into a coma, because it's very, very difficult for them to go back.
Yes,
therefore, they say
sensitive, really.
if you have a diabetic patient and they feel like they are getting low with their BP, which is the blood pressure, immediately just give them any kind of sugar supply, whether it's honey, whether it's sweet, anything sweet that will rise their BP up. And even though they are diabetic, but it's better than letting them go into a coma. So so many detailed things that you are going to learn only by visiting these workshops and attending them, because in the end it is something very positive. It's going to help you on forward to preserve
deal with these situations,
yes,
yes.
and deal with the situation itself and try to save someone, because in the end this is the whole main purpose, is to assist in a way the help until the ambulance and the paramedics themselves will reach to the location. You are giving them extra minutes in order for them to reach and continue saving.
Thank you. You mentioned the extra minutes. A lot of people don't know about that. You actually give them extra minute on every situation that you are doing. Whenever there is a car accident, sometimes lots of people crowded there. Please don't do that. If you don't have certificate about it, if you don't have the knowledge, even if you think that you have the knowledge, but sometimes you doubt yourself, go. Try to leave. Do not crowd the situation more than the people that they are actually, let's say, specialized on it. And the most significant thing on the event itself, because they actually covered the program, covered
Yes.
different topics, and with these different topics there are some minor details that it's going to be really essential, and it's going to help the situation. And as you mentioned, buying extra minute to the paramedics so they can give the help. So different topics that are covered, and different situation for the babies, for pregnant, for people who suffer from diabetes. And this is actually really important. I mean, for me personally, me, Abdulatif, I have people like my cousins. They are suffering with diabetes, And a lot of people that I know personally, they are suffering with suffocation accidents. A lot they have it because I think that they have situation and they've been diagnosed with it. So for me personally, I need to have the knowledge because I go with them a lot. We go out a lot. We eat a lot. We eat a lot, actually.
Yeah,
So a lot of times, a lot of potential chances, and may God forbid that they have this accidents. So I need to get the knowledge. So this topic is actually giving me the awareness about it.
And also at the same time, these kind of workshops is not only just a verbal talking, but it's also demonstration. So as much as you demonstrate, as much as you actually practice, it will help you to assist and to make sure that you can actually know what to do and when to do these certain, of course, types of help. Because not everyone needs a CPR. Like not
everyone needs suffocation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like people could faint, but their heartbeat is actually still beating. Therefore, you don't need to press on the heart and try to give them air. Some people are, let's say, no, they stop breathing. Therefore, you have to know, like, if they stop breathing, is their heart beating? If it's beating, then we just need to do air solution, okay? But if the heart stopped beating, this is where we do the whole CPR situation, which is giving them, they call it 32, which means 2 amount of air blow, and then you make 30 push on the heart itself. And I mean, it's very, very difficult, very, very tactic at the same time.
Sensitive topic. Yes.
And dealing with kids is way different than dealing with adults, different than dealing with teenagers. I mean, you have 3 categories here, and you have to focus on how to, let's say, do and maintain the situation. So it's really difficult. And demonstration, again, as much as you can, try to demonstrate in order for you to reach to the point where you can actually survive from the situation.
Yes, because a lot of people, I actually saw a video on the Instagram the other day. There was a woman suffocating from something that she ate. She was actually a little girl. I mean, she was like 13 to 14 years old. So no one could do anything, and people just watching like this. I mean, this is actually the right action. They didn't stand up, they didn't cry because it was inside the airplane. I mean, inside the airplane, I mean, if you want to stand up, I mean, it's just a small alley. I mean, if you stand up, you will block the passage way. So what happened is people just said, I mean, and they've been calling for anyone with a medical experience on the situation. I mean, and there is a guy came within 5 seconds. He came, he opened the bag, and he has like this blow device, and he sucked the air from the girl from her mouth, and with the device pulled the thing that she was the food that she was suffocating from. It was really fast, really professional, and I said to myself, okay, I need to have this experience. And what do I do like any other person, any normal person? I need it, and then I do nothing. I say to myself, I need it, then I do nothing. I mean, unfortunately, I found out about the International Fairground, about this event itself, after the event. So after the lecture, when it's ended. So inshallah, the next time I would go.
Especially that these kind of workshops is actually held for free. Everyone should really look for it.
Of course.
Yes, like you can find it through the Red Crescent itself. There are lots of classes and of course workshops that they are presenting when it comes into such certain situation. One of the things that's very important, you know, talking about the device itself that takes out the choking food. At the same time, there is also the device that actually sense when you need to give someone electric shocks, you know, for their heart to go back again for working. It's like it's more of a device that it's also available in every kit. You just set it on the body itself, and it's going to tell you add the let's say the stickers on the right side and on the left side, and then it's going to measure the amount of let's say watts that's going to give to the body, and it will ask you to move away, press and move away. And then I mean, it's something very great. Hopefully we don't need it.
Thanks to the conferences that have been happening lately, the conferences for the latest technology. They actually, it's become from these ideas. It's presented this new device device that's been helping with the electric shock to the body for wherever there's a situation. And of course, with this topic, the presenter ended the lecture with giving the audience the hospital's number, the emergencies number, which is 112 as a vital, and it is as vital as the first aid experience, because you need to call them and try to give them a few minutes. If you couldn't do anything, just try to stop, pray until they come as fast as possible so they can help them. And of course, and with that, we conclude the first topic for today. We will delve into the second topic for you, our dear viewers. Stay tuned after this report.
Hello everyone tuning in, I'm Nasser Burshed, and we're here right back again at the Turkish Village Festival. The village this time has something new to unfold to us, so come along with me and let's see and discover what they have in store for us.
A vibrant celebration of Turkish culture unfolded as families gathered at the Turkish festival. The air was filled with the tantalizing aroma of Turkish delights, kebabs sizzling on grills, and the richness of traditional spices. Booths adorned with colorful textiles displayed a plenty of treasures, from intricately embroidered clothes to exquisite dishes and more. Children, with their eyes wide with excitement, darted between booths, marveling at the variety of toys and treats. Laughter echoed as families explored the cultural event, immersing themselves in the festivities.
As you may know, thousands of Kuwaiti citizens visiting Turkey every year, and maybe hundreds of thousands of them. And we know how much they love Turkey and Turkish culture. But this is the season where they, all go to school and to work. So basically the holiday ends at the end of September. And we said, let's bring Turkey to Kuwait and give something as a gift to Kuwaiti people, and a Turkish atmosphere, Turkish food, Turkish culture. Instead of taking them all the way to Turkey, bring Turkey to Kuwait for the Kuwaiti people, yes.
The rhythm of drums and melodious singing created a lively ambiance, drawing everyone closer to the center stage where mesmerizing performances unfolded. The Turkish festival in Kuwait turned into a gallery of colors, sounds, and flavors, forging connections between cultures. It was a day where joy knew no bounds and the spirit of togetherness blossomed under the Arabian sky, celebrating the rich tapestry of Turkish heritage in a foreign land. As families strolled through the festival, children reveled in the joyous atmosphere. The festival pulsated with the beat of drums, drawing everyone to the central stage where mesmerizing performances unfolded. Singers belted out Turkish tunes, captivating the audience, while dancers twirled gracefully to the rhythmic beats. Underneath the Kuwait sky, the Turkish festival became a combination of cultural exchange, where the spirit of Turkey intertwined with the warmth of Kuwaiti hospitality. In this crossroads of traditions, a tapestry of shared joy and celebration unfolded, creating lasting memories for all who immersed themselves in the enchanting blend of Turkish allure and Kuwaiti camaraderie.
All right, everyone, we've reached to the end of this coverage. What an amazing place, and as they promised, it was an amazing unfold of new events, new booths, and new segments, like the drums that are playing right now behind me, traditional drums. So, back to you guys at the studio.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Now, we've seen through the report the most amazing, let's say, more of a small village that was actually presented when it comes into Turkey itself. I mean, people were talking about it through social media for quite of a time. It was very interesting to see that and exploring that kind of experience. You know, having that great relationship between people from Turkey and also between the citizens themselves, getting exposed and explore with that great amount of, let's say, gathering and presenting of the culture itself was really, really interesting.
It was really interesting, and before that, Hiba said, okay, I wish if I went there, because I think that you had the information about it. I think that you have the experience, but you didn't go there for the full experience.
No, like I encouraged all of the family members, then they all went, but I couldn't
except
manage.
You. So that's actually good. So it was a Turkish festival trying to have this cultural exchange here in Kuwait. with the Turkish culture, having this remarkable experience on the Turkish atmosphere, having it here in Kuwait with the lights, with the maybe trying to, if you are hungry, if you want to eat something, eat all of it from the Turkish traditions and food. If you want to buy something, the clothes, the wear, everything that you want to have, you can have it on this remarkable event. For me personally, I love it. Why? Because they always have it on a unique way. I mean, it's always been presented on a way. I mean, if you want to see the Asian food, sometimes you get mixed up between the Korean, the Chinese, and the Japanese. I don't know why, but it's always happened to us.
Yes.
And also for the Western, you don't know sometimes if it was like something came from the British, or came from the French, or Spanish. You don't know all the time. The Mexican and the Turkish always come unique. So having this Turkish festival here, trying to have this remarkable atmosphere, trying to bring out the joy in a Turkish way, they always come with their Turkish ice cream while they're trying to play it with you. You cannot catch it. Yeah, the dondurma. I don't know if it was there, but definitely I think it was there, because it's essential thing.
More of the tradition way.
Yeah.
And you know what really grabbed my attention is having these kind of performance each and every time when it comes into, let's say, after, let's say, the sun goes down. People will start to see these kind of performance presented through citizens of Turkey themselves, by making great work of art being presented over there for people to come and enjoy, and more of a nice experience for everyone who's actually over there. Therefore, you will see everyone, let's say, singing a certain songs and chanting specific songs, dancing, performing, and with great traditional custom. And it was very interesting to see people reaction towards it, because they were really positive about it. Seeing that culture aside is very important for people to feel, In the end, it was more of a small village. Like everyone used to say, this is the Turkish village that's happening here in Kuwait. It's for the first time. And it was really amazing, We have this great connection between Kuwait and Turkey for quite let's say, long time. And to have this actually represented for the first time here in Kuwait is something very beautiful.
It's the first time, I think, yes.
Yes, and to see that, I mean, it was very beautiful. At the beginning, they had some kind of problem, is they said that everything has to be in cash, not in Canet, because no one actually provided that. But within the days, they immediately solved the situation by providing, by providing a certain, let's say, payment ways with Canet. And it was really great to see that, they had some kind of conflict, but they kind of, let's say, achieved going through it. And something very encouraging at the same time.
Something really encouraging and really beautiful. And when I mention beautiful, I need to mention that all of the booths been provided with the great colors. And when I say colors, okay, colors, everyone has color, everyone knows colors, but no, it's actually came up with the Turkish mixed colors. Okay, that you can have always the green, the white, the red. So when I mentioned that, and thank you for mentioning after the sunset, when they have to wear the clothes and do the performance, it's actually bring this unique experience that sometimes you don't even have it in Turkey. Even if you go to Turkey, if you want to have this experience, you don't have it. But they brought it here from Kuwait, because a lot of people missing going to Turkey, but unfortunately they can't because of the exams, the schools, and some of situations. A lot of people cannot go there. So when I mentioned that, I need to mention the tapestry, the different dishes that you are trying to eat. I always love to talk about food. I'm a foodie person. And when I mention that, I need to mention that the different types of dishes from the Turkish culture, because when you want to go there, you will actually taste it from the Turkish chefs themselves, providing you this remarkable experience. Leave that on a side. Let's talk more about children. We don't want to talk about children. The children always love to see different colors, different lights. They always love to see to have this experience. I'm not talking about the children games, the color of the games. No. I'm talking about the booths, the colors that they're having, the performances that they are having also with the Turkish wear. It comes with these colors. It comes while the kids love it. So this experience will be always unique for them. And remember, kids always remember, when you take them to these types of events, they will always remember it as this remarkable, unique experience for them. that they always will cherish. So for them also, I think that this experience was really unique. I wish if I went there.
Yeah.
I saw videos on social media. I saw all of it.
Yeah.
Like it was a vlog, and I saw everything was there. I said, okay, I wish if I was there. I would definitely go to eat a lot there.
Yes, indeed. I mean, especially as you just mentioned, children, I mean, they provided them with lots of varieties of toys, ways to actually make them feel really associated and very more part of the environment itself.
Also, the all Turkish toys. I saw some videos of it, yeah.
Yes, so having that, you know, thinking about children in that particular moment is very great, because in the end, it is more of a family vibe, and everyone wants to grab their children and they want them to actually go and have fun and to explore when it comes into having this kind of cultural festival occasions. And, you know, because of the weather is becoming really great, hopefully we are waiting for upcoming, let's say, events. Hopefully this was the first event that was held for the Turkish village. I hope that it's going to be more successful in the future. It was
it's actually been successful, as you mentioned, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but you mentioned something really remarkable at the start. It didn't come up to my mind really closely, but now it came, which is the performances that you just mentioned. They have their traditional Turkish wear, and they doing these remarkable performances.
Yes.
Okay, we talked about this. Let's talk about the songs, the rhythms that they had, the melodies, this remarkable, pleasant to the ears experience that everyone should hear. The kids, the growns, the singles, the adults, the married, the couples, everyone should have this remarkable experience. So when we talked about that they talked about these remarkable performances with these remarkable Turkish songs that everyone loves it. I dare that anyone hates these songs and the Turkish music, because it's always chilling. It's always great. If you go to a Turkish restaurant, you will hear it. Now you have it in a Turkish village, this really pleasant festival. So you can have this remarkable experience while you are eating, while you are trying to buy something from the booth. You can only find it in Turkish. Now you find it here in this great festival while you are pleasanting your ears. I mean, how great is that, our viewers?
Yes, indeed. Especially that the performance was actually also held into a certain, let's say, stage where actually it drew people all together to let them sit together, enjoy, and watch what's
really
happening.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So unfortunately, let's say maybe we didn't get the chance to actually see it and explore it, but we've seen it through social media. A lot of great reviews that actually happened during that moment itself. The shops was really amazing because they're giving a chance for even Turkish local-owned business to actually have that kind of opportunity to express themselves through local markets, trying to
also the local businesses.
Yes, to encourage people to be more, let's say, associated to the society itself, to get exposed, because we've seen so many women who are actually working as in homemade traditional food, and this was one of the ways for them to actually present their work, and people would say take their contacts, take their social media accounts in order for them to order. So we are encouraging,
Great elaboration, actually. You mentioned the homemade food. Great elaboration. I need to give you the credit about that. And we also need to mention something is that the local and the homemade jewelry also. The jewelry, I mean, our female viewers, the jewelries, the Turkish jewelers are the best of the world. We need to mention that, are the best of the world. The bracelets, all of it that you can find. The ankle bracelets, also all of it that's been presented in a Turkish culture and Turkish tradition. You can find it there. You know the Turkish bazaar, right? When I mention bazaar, I need to mention the Turkish bazaar. Now we have different types of bazaar, different cultural bazaars from other countries, but the origin is actually from the Turkish bazaar. So when we mentioned that, a lot of people go to Turkey, try to have this experience, try to buy something from the Turkish bazaar, because it's always come with the homemade items, and it's always come with the best of the prices. And when I mention homemade, the best prices of anything that you want to buy, cars, technological, anything is actually homemade. If you want to buy the most expensive cars in the world, it's actually handmade. So homemade is, I mean, not the best, it is the best of any items that have been created. So they brought the bazaar itself here to Kuwait, so you can have this remarkable experience. You can buy something, it's been as I mentioned one more time, I'm sorry, homemade. So you can have one item, a unique, something you only have, you only wear. So for the female, I mentioned for the female that they can go buy some jewelry. So now for the male, if you want to go buy your lady something, buy your mom, your woman, your sister, anything, just go. You can buy them there. Comes with the best of the prices. It comes with the best of unique made. So I mean, it's got to be one of the most remarkable experiences that you can ever have.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, it was something very successful, a great exhibition that was held for the Turkish village, and I'm very sure everyone did actually enjoy visiting it. I mean, we've seen it through social media. It was really a blast. With that, dear viewers, we're going to continue our second topic, but through the upcoming reports, so stay tuned to this.
In the heart of Kuwait University's conference hall, scholars, researchers, and dignitaries gathered for the launch of the 8th International Conference on Energy Development Research. The prestigious event unfolded under the esteemed patronage of His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, signifying the nation's commitment to advancing energy research on a global scale. Among the distinguished attendees were the Minister of Electricity, Water and Renewable Energy and the Minister of Public Works. Dr. Jassim Al-Istad, the Minister of Electricity, Water and Renewable Energy, took the stage to emphasize Kuwait's dedication to supporting specialized research institutions in the field of energy. He underscored the importance of such initiatives, both locally and globally, in addressing the evolving challenges of the energy landscape. Kuwait is keen to support research institutions specialized in providing energy locally and globally, declared Dr. Al-Istad, his words resonating through the auditorium. His sentiments echoed the nation's commitment to fostering innovation and sustainability in the realm of energy development. In a moment of recognition, Dr. Al-Istad expressed appreciation for the pivotal role played by Kuwait University. He commended the institution for its unwavering dedication to advancing research and development studies, crucial for the progress of the community and the nation at large. Hosting the international conference was a demonstration for Kuwait University's commitment to being a hub for cutting-edge research and a trigger for global collaboration in the pursuit of sustainable energy solutions. As the conference unfolded, expertise and collaborative spirit symbolizing Kuwait's journey towards a brighter, more sustainable energy future. The echoes of the opening ceremony resonated far beyond the university walls, carrying the promise of progress and innovation for the global energy community.
And welcome back, dear viewers. Heading towards our final topic for today, we've been talking more about the conference, the 8th conference that been presented, talking more about energy and, of course, the development itself. I mean, lots of researchers, lots of people who are really associated within the topic itself had attended through Kuwait University for this conference. I mean, it's one of the most reviving topic that's very important because we are talking about a very important situation, which
energy.
is energy.
Sustainable energy is one of the most important things. So we will say that we need to provide sustainable energy for the community because it's one of the most important things, because without energy there are no schools to run, there are no hospitals to run, which is a more important thing. So these conferences, as we always mention here in Kuwait, that a lot of people misses the conferences because it's mostly being attended by scientists, scholars, and people who are experts on these fields, or let's say businessmen who wants to invest on these fields, or are only attend. But to the public, to the residents, and to our viewers, if you don't know all about it, on these conferences have been provided every year much and much of conferences just to let you know about the latest development to their businessmen, so they can, let's say, invest it into and also to the scientists to, let's say, bring it to life, bring it to the public so it can help them and it can serve them. Let's say 10 years ago, and not before that, we didn't know about the cooking oil. The cooking oil, what happened right now, before it's been, let's say, poured to the sink, blocking the sink, or been thrown to the sea, and it's been actually polluting
Yes.
the sea. And unfortunate, now we have many companies that they take the cooking oil and they actually renew it into a biodiesel, into a biological energy. And with that, it's been running ships with it, it's been running airplanes with it. And people say, no, it's actually been only been recycled to soap. No, this is before. Before it's been recycled to soap. Now it's been recycled to energy. So with these conferences, there are been latest development with the latest material that been recycled into energy. So having this event, I think it's really important. And for me personally, I have to attend to it as possible as we can so I can grab much information so it can help me on the future.
Yes, indeed. And just to remind the viewers that this was held under the patronage of His Highness the Crown Prince of Kuwait, Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Jabir al-Sabah, especially to focus and highlight about the importance of these kind of commitment when it comes into finding research for development into the field of energy. And one of the most important thing is to highlight that this conference is also about research. Therefore, lots of people, lots of professional developers were actually attending this kind of conference in order for them to share their knowledge and present their research work on peace and listen to each other when it comes into that part itself, because in the end they were gathered at Kuwait University in order for them to get and discuss these kind of matters, and just to also highlight that Kuwait is taking this topic into consideration as one of the most
Great step, yeah.
yes priority in trying to find the best solution and best ways to develop the sustainable energy in order for us to get renewable energy, and at the same time not to have a lot of stress on the non-renewable energy resources that we have. Again, it's more of a
We
way
need
to
depend
also
more on the
encourage
recycled energy.
Yes, indeed.
Resources that we can provide it also. Even Dr. Jassim Al-Ustad, the Minister of Electricity, emphasized on Kuwait's dedication to supporting specialized research institutions on the energy field. Because here in Kuwait, we are one of the first, among the first top providers on fuel and energy and oil. So we need to also to have more sustainable energy that will provide us, because oil will not be with you for the rest of the years. Someday it will run out. So what's the solution for that? Now we have multiple solutions, actually hundreds of solutions. We have even we can depend on the water, so we can have
Yes.
more energy. On the cooking oil, as I mentioned, on the waste, we can have more energy from it. Even heat and energy, solar system. So having the Kuwait's role on the 8th International Conference on Energy Development Research demonstrated the nation's commitment to fostering innovations and sustainability in the realm of energy development. It's one of the most important. We need to have the scientists to bring out more idea, businessmen and people who are invested on it, so we can bring it to life and we can provide it to the residents, for us, for the communities around it, for the countries around it, for our neighbors, and of course to provide it to the countries who has, let's say the poor countries, the third world countries who are need to, so we can provide them the things that they are needing, running the hospitals, the schools, because I think for us it's really important.
Yes, indeed. And in the end, as you just said and highlighted, it's very important to educate everyone about it. These kind of conferences, as you just said, is the 8th conference. Therefore, it shows how important it is for everyone to find their way in order for them to represent their piece of research when it comes into, of course, developing the energy side itself.
And of course, with that, in a conclusion, fast brief to the episode that we had for today. The first topic, we had the empowering communities, the first aid workshop in Mishraf International Fairground. Really important for everyone to have a background about the first aid. And for the second topic,
we had the Turkish village that was represented for everyone. I'm very sure everyone enjoyed watching, having that experience and exchanging culture.
Exchanging culture. And the 8th International Conference on the Energy Development, one of the most important things, so we can provide the power for all our essential important things in our life. And with that, our viewers, we conclude the episode for today. Stay safe. We will see you for tomorrow with more topics, and goodbye for now.